Hey guys. Okay, good. Audio's good. Let's see. Hello. Alrighty, guys. So we are doing an abruptly early unboxing of the Creatbot F430. I'm going to grab my hammer and pry bar because it's packaged pretty good. But I did not expect this to come today. This is here very early. I ordered this Thursday of last week. Today's Tuesday. This came in 4 days, and yesterday I got the extra build plates and hot end and all that stuff that I ordered in a separate shipment, and then today the printer's here. It's insanely quick. I waited 3 weeks to spend another fourth week wasting my time trying to get that other pile of crap to work. But this one is what came impressively quick. And very well packaged. These boxes are like practically unbreakable. This is like, it's like bamboo, I think. This wood is very resilient. Oh my God, the phone never stops though. What's up?
Chris.
Yes, sir.
Lucky Brats.
Yeah, I know. What's going on?
You around?
I'm at my shop.
Huh?
I'm at my shop. What's going on?
I'll just stop down for the lease.
Okay. All right, I'm just, what time you planning on coming?
I'm gonna leave now, actually.
Can you give me half an hour? Because I'm just in the middle of doing something. I just got a delivery. I got something I got to put away.
Yeah, I'll meet you at 2 o'clock. How's that?
Yeah, that's good. 2 o'clock's good.
It's like 1:15 now.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right.
All right, cool. See you then. Sorry about that. Excuse me. That's one of my tenants has to come and sign a lease. Anyway, so yeah, these boxes, I got a couple of things delivered in a box like this, usually from China, but when you get like the higher quality stuff from China, not that any of it is crazy high quality, I plan on modifying this, but honestly, the difference in price between the last one and this one I have it on good information that Creatbot actually stands behind their product. Like you know, if you need parts or whatever, you can actually get a hold of somebody, which I didn't think QIDI did, but they do. They really do. I'm very impressed with them. Honestly, I wish that they made a printer more like this because I would have definitely bought it from them, because now that I know how good their support is, I would totally buy another printer from them. I'm hoping that one of these days they come out with something more true high temperature like this. You know, like metal frame and like linear rods and rails. I mean, they have the lead screw and it's all belts. There's no linear rods, no linear rails. It's not really built like an industrial printer. So, but I mean, they're trying to get temperatures like one. So I'm hoping that they're going to come out with one in the future, because I would definitely buy one from them after the way that the last experience changed. But anyways, as far as the Createbot, I've already told you guys, if you saw the video, about the Entamsys, which I wish I never got, because it was just a waste of my time and money. Whether, you know, even with a refund, it's not like it didn't cost me anything. That thing is sucking up a ton of power, which my UI bill here is ridiculous. I have 600 amps of three-phase power in this building, so it's an insane electrical bill. You see what I mean? This wood is like almost, it's not unbreakable, but it just like, it doesn't break, it just like cracks apart, and it's very hard to get it to. Yeah, that's packaged pretty well. It looks pretty damn good. You guys probably can't see it yet, but when I get the rest of these open, you will. Duke, don't chew that. You're always looking for something to make a mess with, aren't you? You good boy, Duke. Daddy loves you. So this is not your typical unboxing because generally boxes are not this freaking hard to open. But it's a good thing because when it's coming from out of the country, you want it to come like this. This is the only way you get it in one piece. No, that goes go that way. There we go. And we get a couple more on this side, and probably I could take this side down and this side down, and then I can get it out of the box. I think that should be good. Duke, watch out, buddy. Watch out. No, watch out, Duke. I don't want you to get hit with nothing. You know, you're my buddy. I want you to hang out with me too. Duke, no. Not right now. Not right now, Duke. Not right now. I don't want you to get hurt, okay? Daddy loves you. I don't want you to get hurt, buddy. All right? I'm sorry. I'll play with you as soon as I'm done. I love you, bud. You're a good boy. What a good boy you are. What a good dog. What a good boy, Duke. Duke is very needy and always at the wrong time. Ironically, it just works out that way every time. He always needs attention when I'm in the middle of something that he could get hurt. All right, so I'm probably just going to take it off of the hand truck, slide it out of the box and onto the hand truck by itself, and then I'll bring it into the room and you guys will see this is how I put the other one up and down and how I get them up and down off the shelf I built. Okay. So these were both pretty heavy. This is like 150 pounds or so. So I mean, it's not crazy heavy, but it's heavy enough, you know, not to be able to lift it on your own without something to help you. Two guys could do it easy. The other one too, both of them, two guys could do it. This one has a way bigger print area, way bigger than any printer I have. This is bigger than the X-Max. It's 300, 400. So it's you know, like 30 millimeters smaller in one direction, but 100 bigger in another, or 30 millimeters smaller in two directions, but 100 in the other. All right. So let's just get this up on here. All right, come on. You're gonna go up there like that, so I gotta turn it. Okay, that's the way it's gonna go onto the table, onto the bench. All right. So I'm gonna put this up on my little countertop I just built, and I will take the rest of the wrapping off there. All right, I'm gonna bring you guys in there, and then I'll wheel this in. All right, so this is where it's going to go, right over here. I'm going to tip you down just a little bit. So it's going to go right there where this stuff is going to be moved from. So you can see by the build plate. So this is the X-Max build plate, and this is the Creatbot build plate. It's just about as big, and look how much longer. It's a lot bigger. Okay, so get these last few things out of the way, and it's going to go right here. That's glued, Duke, don't chew on that. All right, let's get this stool out of the way. door open a little bit more. I'll be right back with the printer. So this thing climbs the stairs in the back. If you see back here, these little feet are on chains and they go like this. And that goes up the one stair and then it grabs the other with the next set. It comes in very handy, but ever since I got the boom for my machine, that kind of like took its place. But it still comes in handy for stuff like this, obviously. All right. Let's see if we can go down a little bit. Okay, go right there. Nice, smooth transition. There we go. And that's that. Okay, not too bad. I still love that thing. All right. Honestly, I thought it was going to be bigger. I kind of made more room than this for it, and I could push it down a little bit, so I still have room over here for my vacuum packer for when I seal up the filaments, because I have a lot of PETG and PLA, but honestly I have more engineering level and even like ultra high level filament than I do of anything else. So this, I'm going to, I'll make some videos, like I guess a series or whatever, over time, that I'm going to be doing the hardware to make this Wi-Fi and to make it have all like the more modern features that you would find on the QIDI or the Bamboo. So it shouldn't be too expensive to do, and also I'm going to insulate it. I'm going to insulate it well, so that it's a lot more of a true high temperature printer, so it'll retain the heat. But then I have to do something about the firmware, because it's also going to have to well, I guess I'm going to have to plug it in so I can lift the bed up. It's also going to be it's going to need some firmware updates, because I'm going to get it hotter, and I have a couple of heaters that I ordered. I have a heater. I didn't know if I needed 12 or 24 volt. So I ordered both in multiple different wattage, so I can see what the specs are and what I need, and then I'll whatever I don't use I'll send back. But I'll probably even put one in the QIDI printer to give it a little more chamber temperature. Alright, and then it comes with the glass plates for these two doors, and then I have some sealant I'm going to use on it when I close it, and then I'm going to put insulation everywhere else. I'm going to leave the windows as windows. The only way to insulate them is to maybe I'll print something. I might print a second pane in clear PC, because polycarbonate will be actually clear enough to print a piece of, like what's supposed to be glass or replace glass or whatever. But making a double pane and sealing the two panes will definitely help retain temperature. So between the insulation, I'm going to probably use ductwork insulation, the bubble type stuff, but the heavy, like the smaller bubbles, so it's really tight knit. That's my thoughts on what I'm probably going to use. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. It's got nice HEPA filters and HEPA and charcoal. So that's one less thing you have to print on your own for it. Whoops, sorry. Because God knows that's what we all do. We get printers and then we print a bunch of stuff for it. And don't BS me, I know I'm not the only one. All right. Oh, cool. There's a little filament. There's like a stand right there for the two filaments, and I think that is the runout sensor as well. It's a good thing I didn't anchor this cabinet in yet. Is it just the one? I would imagine. Oh, well, it's only going to take... No, I think it should take two filaments at the same time. Where's the other one? And then one, oh, there's one over here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Get the plug and plug it in. So I can move the x-axis and get underneath it. It looks like there's probably a couple rolls of PLA, I believe it comes with, that are underneath the z-axis, and probably some other parts and whatnot. Alright. There we go. Just plugged in. First power up. Oh, power. Power? Is that the power? What am I missing? Oh, well, that's what I'm missing. It's plugged into a Z-Wave switch, and I have to turn on the Z-Wave switch. That would be smart. Devices, there we go. All right. That would have sucked if it just didn't turn on. There we go, that's perfect. All right. Let's see. Move. Oh, nice and simple. Let's see, let's do 100 millimeters. Oh no, I need to go. Oh, no, wrong way. Cancel. 100 millimeters up. Dude, just the sound of that. That's an industrial printer. Why doesn't it want to go up in here? Oh, it thinks it's at 0. It doesn't. I have to home it. But you gotta let me move it. You gotta let me move it before I can, so I can get underneath it. Settings. More settings. So let me let you guys see what the menu looks like while I'm messing with this. Here we go. You should be able to see it right there. Kind of. Let's see. Let's aim you over that way a little bit. There we go. So I'm just trying to find out. There's move, but that didn't really give me. Okay, more settings. What's more settings? Interior lighting. Let's turn that on. How do I turn that on? Oh, there we go. All right. Auto power off. We'll leave off. Auto main page. I don't know what that means yet. Okay, save. Alright, I guess that's all those features. Okay, more setting. Yeah, this being insulated is going to make a massive difference because it's all metal, which will obviously retain the heat, but it's not. It's going to, once I insulate it, it's going to make a huge difference. Well, let's try move again. See, it's at 0 though. It's not. I can't home it with this stuff underneath it. How am I supposed? Oh, wait a minute. It's got the freaking. I should have known that. It's got the screws in there. Here, let me move you guys back a little bit. It's got these little clamps on there on the rails, like the other one did, and like all of them should or do. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I actually saw them on there while I was moving it, and I just didn't think of it when I got in here. Oh yeah, there's the two windows, which I'm going to use exterior roofing sealant it's clear. So I'm going to use that on those because it's perfect for a window where it's clear. I honestly, I saved these from the Intamsys. I never expected to have to send that printer back. I really never did. That was the last thing I thought that was ever going to have to happen. So I didn't. I saved them just because, like, I always save stuff like that because I'm a contractor. I use stuff like that. You never know what I'm going to build with it, or build that would come in handy for. So. And plus, I'm a contractor, but also what I do for as a hobby like this. You never know when it's going to come in handy. And then I ended up having to put it back, which was another pain in the neck after setting it all up. That was a very big disappointment, unfortunately. Let me shut it off, so hopefully it doesn't still know that it's not it doesn't still know that it's, think it's at 0. Because if it at least moves a little bit, it will open here. Oh, those have to come out too. Oh, wait a minute, you take the stepper bracket off? Oh yeah, that has to slide for this to move. Yeah, those have to come off for sure. This thing is really sturdy, like really sturdy. I gotta take those out. Those look like they're probably 2.5. They're probably M3s. Or they could be 2. Yeah, that's gonna that shelf's gonna be. Let me see if I can move this up a little bit. Otherwise, I gotta cut that shelf a little. Oh yeah, that'll work. All right. No, they're M3s, I believe. Yep, they are. Okay. So they put these little L brackets to hold the linear rail in place, which was actually smart. The stepper motors look typical for a stepper motor. I mean, everybody says they have garbage electronics, but everything else is really good on it. But I want to upgrade this stuff anyways because the temperature is high enough for peak on it, but I want to make the temperature a little higher because I'd like it to print peak, a little bit more where it's supposed to be. So I was going to change electronic stuff anyway. That one is in a shitty spot. Let me get my ball end. Alright. There we go. That's that. No, it's just a little too far over here. No, it's still too far. Oh no, it's just not level. So I'm gonna have to I gotta see where it's level and I'll shim it. Alright, now I should be able to move all the axes. I guess I'm gonna have to home it, but now I can move. It just can't move. No, I can't move down though. Cancel. Okay, come on, dude. You're only gonna move the 5 millimeters that you think. Oh my god, dude. I can't get this stuff out of here like this. You're fucking. What a bitch. Son of a fucking bitch. Alright, let me see. There's no other way to get around that? Well, probably I need to unplug it, which I don't actually need to unplug it. I could just shut the power from my phone. You're not going to shut it off? What is your deal? You should be off now. I don't know what the deal is with this thing. Why isn't it? Oh, there we go. Sounds like it's shutting down. Losing power. Yep. Alright. And then we'll try again and see what happens. Oh, and it's actually a kind of a beefy BL touch compared to the QIDI one, which I kept instead of the inductive probe because I'm not a fan of the inductive probe. But I love the way that this extruder goes right into the heatsink in the hot end, and there's nothing in the middle of it. It still thinks it's at 0. Son of a bitch. Let's see what this says. This is a quick start. Okay, please check packing if there's any damage. Contact if the machine is placed on stable with no vibration. Before operating, please remove the fixed brackets. Blah blah blah. Yeah, move axis all home. All home to lift up the platform. On the screen, you can choose move axis all home to lift it. Oh, that'll lift it up. Okay. I didn't think it would. Dude, what the hell? Move axis all home doesn't lift up the platform. It's moving it down. You're a son of a bitch, dude. No, don't do it again. Oh man, what a pain in the ass. See, no, not down. You can't go down. U sticker, which is inside the toolbox, which I can't get to. Turn on the power switch and operate the touchscreen. Move axis Z home to raise the bed. That's not doing that. Carry out regular maintenance every 3 months. Lubricating the guide rail, obviously. It's normal that some 3D printers Z-bar screw are not tight. Keep it as is. Please distinguish, okay, the two different hot ends. I know I already got another hot end for the high temperature for the other one. Distinguish them clearly in the toolbox, for example. Don't print PLA or ABS with the 420 hot end. Why not? The silver aluminum block, heating block, and brass nozzle is 260, obviously. The brass heating block and black hardened steel nozzle, obviously. You didn't need to tell me that much. The left nozzle is instead installed lower than the right nozzle. Barely. Customers can adjust the height of one nozzle according to their need. If you want to use the right nozzle, you can adjust. Oh, so you just lift up the one you're not going to use, because you don't obviously use them at the same time unless you're using the stuff that people use for PLA to the support material. All right, so I'm going to unplug it and hope that gets me somewhere. Wow, so it really does have a lot of capacitors because it's still on with no power right now. That's why it took so long to shut off. I have the plug completely out, and that's how long it took. It's kind of crazy. There must be some serious capacitors in there. All right, let's do all home. No. Well, I should have probably let it because it didn't go any further than that. What is holding this thing? I already took the things off. There's got to be something else holding it. Oh, there's the shit underneath here. What? How is this? How am I supposed to hit all home if there's all kinds of stuff underneath here holding up these belts that move the linear rail? I imagine it goes back there. I don't understand why this is such a pain in the neck to get this to lift up and get the stuff out, because I can't get it out. Oh my God, you are really... Wait, why would it be that difficult? It's sliding perfectly. Okay, let's just do it again. I don't know, maybe it's because the first time it's being used. Okay, that's not normal. Okay, you got your Y home, X home. Is there not a limit switch up here? It's hitting the limit switch up. No, it's not. There's a limit switch, yeah, right there. Why isn't it? There we go, it's hitting it right there. All right, X home. It's already hitting it. Why is it still trying to go? That's my fault. There are two more things on the side of this. That is my dumb ass fault. Excuse my language, but that was a stupid move. I should have known that they would put something here. So I just did all that to myself. They had it on every other axis, so why wouldn't they put it on this? I figured because it's on a linear rail and it's not really moving on its own, but I should have checked. That's on me. X home. There we go. Nice and smooth. All home. See, now that acts like an industrial printer. It sounds like an industrial printer. Those lead screws are serious. The linear rail is serious. These are, and even with the belts, there's linear rails on both sides also. So it's not just, you know, like on one axis and then belts. They're on both of those two sides. Okay, so now I can get this stuff out. All right, so there's the PLA, the 2 rolls of PLA it comes with, and this must be the toolbox, and then the glass and the bunch of foam. Yeah, so this, I'm going to insulate this whole bottom. I'm going to go up the side on the outside. I'm going to obviously cut it right up, and I'm going to adhere it to the side right there, and then I'm going to adhere it all up there. And these vents, I guess I'll probably leave those open. They're probably there for a reason. I'll probably just skip over that one spot. So that's the glass for the 2 sides. And then this must be the quote-unquote toolbox. Yep, it is. Some masking tape, some glue, and some parts. Let's see what we got. We've got another hot end, another high temp hot end and low temp hot end, and I ordered an extra hot end high temp. I guess you never have too many. And rubber feet for it, an extra limit switch. That is surprising. That's a first for me. Nobody actually includes extra limit switches and springs and stuff for the limit switch, and you know, a couple extra nozzles. So there's a high and low temp hot end extra, and then a couple extra brass hot ends, brass nozzles rather. They don't have any hardened steel hot ends in here. I mean nozzles in here rather. So I don't know why I'm having a brain fart on that. Oh, an extra BL touch. That is pretty cool. And this is, what is that? Is that an eMMC? A U-disc. Okay, so, and then this is a USB and a fuse. I guess there's instructions for this on the manual, videos, software included, save G-code to U-disc and 3D print of. Okay, well that's pretty cool. There's not too many printers that come with those kind of parts. I like that. And another scraper because I didn't have quite enough, I guess. Okay, well, this is actually a pretty good scraper, but I'm definitely going to keep this leveling shim here. Some Allen keys, another small leveling shim. These are, they look like hardened steel ball end Allen keys. I'll leave that with that one. These are the Allens, and a screwdriver, a pair of tweezers. And they're shitty tweezers, but they're tweezers. And some halfway decent wrenches. You got a 7mm for the nozzles, an 8mm. I'm not sure what it's for quite yet, and a 10mm, which I'm also not sure what that's for yet. I mean, not that I don't have wrenches, but some people might not, so it's pretty cool that they include that. I think the parts are a home run for anybody. I mean, whether you know 3D printers or not, you're going to need a BL Touch at some point, most likely. You're going to need a, the hot ends. You're going to need, I mean, I ordered one anyways for an extra because I knew I was eventually going to need it. So the fact that they send more is pretty cool. Okay, so the hot ends, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. I'll just leave them in here. But these other parts, this is for one of the hard stops on one of the axes, and so it could be for any axis with the spring and the tightening nut to the set nut and the limit switch, which is really cool that they add that. I mean, even my CNC machine didn't come with extra stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And I put the whole CNC machine together. It wasn't like this. It was not assembled at all. It was a massive pile of boxes. I should have made a video on that, but I hadn't even done my first video at that time. Okay, so that's what it comes with. So what I'm going to do is I will show you a little bit. I already started doing another video on the target shooting with the blade and splitting the bullet. So I'm gonna just set this up and probably try a test print briefly while I'm going back to that, because I've been having people ask about that video. When am I going to finish it? Because I mean it's been fun so far, and I haven't even done that much. But hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I think I need a new blade on this if this side is dull too. Oh no, that side's due. Alright, I needed all the screws out. So you can cut your own plexiglass or even cut your own glass, but all the holes being in the right spot is something that you just don't get that clean unless this was done probably on a CNC mill. Okay. Probably one of those small little tiny mills. Okay, so I'll leave this on the outside so I can take it off at the end, but this is gonna go, oh no, goes this way. Oh wow, they don't leave me any room to seal it really. It's pretty damn close. Well, there's a small, very small overlap, so. This is like the Home Depot version of the stuff I'm going to use. I'm not actually going to use this. I'm going to get the good stuff I get at the supply house. I have it in my other shop in the back. But it's just like really clear, but this will actually stop a leak. You can even use this in the rain to stop a leak, and it will stop it while it's actively leaking. That stuff comes out really, really thick, and it's some pretty heavy duty stuff, and it really does what using it for. A good job of it. Hey, Duke. Don't worry, you're a good boy. I'm almost done. I'm going to take you outside when I'm done. All right, good boy? Does it sound good? All right, guys, I'll be right back. I just have to get that other material. From what I understand, from the research I've been doing, all the electronics are in the bottom, and you just tip the printer over, and you have everything right there. There we go, brand new tube of it. This was the same stuff I was using on my CNC enclosure, but on there I'm not using it for temperature. I'm using it to keep the water in, the coolant from coming out of the machine. Lexel, it's called, because it's elastic. It's tough elastic sealant. Sticks to almost everything. Almost. I wonder what it doesn't stick to. All right, and then I have my power caulk gun here, because this stuff is really thick, and it's actually, that's what these power caulk guns are made for. Like stuff like this adhesive that I have in it now, which is really heavy stuff also, and very hard to caulk, or stuff like this that I'm using now after the adhesive that's in there, because this type of stuff is very hard to squeeze out. Oh, nice. The adhesive was coming out the back. This is like heavy duty construction adhesive. All right, you gotta unscrew this and then cut the end. Or no, it doesn't have to be cut. It just has to be poked. And that doesn't have to be cut either, but it's going to be very small, which is actually really good for this application because I don't have a whole lot of space. I need to make a very small bead, so I have to go really slow. Well, that's why I can't go back any further, because it's full of adhesive, and this is like rock hard adhesive. Oh, well, good. It didn't dry all the way back here. Oh, nice. And then I have some silicone under that. Cool. The silicone is actually making it come right up. Well, that's a good thing. This is one of those few occasions that it's a good thing I didn't clean this tool. Because this stuff on the back of it is rock solid. That's going to have to do with the die grinder. Microphone wire. I usually put it to my shirt, but I just kind of threw it on because, like I said, I wasn't expecting this delivery today. As recently as this morning when I was starting to record that other video, it was coming on Thursday. And today's Tuesday. So it's 2 more days early. Now this still is not going back far enough. There's shit on this. Alright, let's see if I can get it back. There we go. That'll work. Alright, now I'm going to turn this all the way down to 1. I just need a tiny little bead over here. Maybe 2. That's kind of really slow. Okay, that's coming out nice and small. Okay. And that's the first piece. And let's get a couple of screws out. These are Phillips. Wow, that's why they gave you the screwdriver. Okay. Not that I don't have 100 of them, but it's the closest one. Okay, so there's no screw holes on top. It's just 4 on the sides. Which this Phillips it doesn't fit these at all. Oh, that doesn't have a hole in the Phillips. That's like welded in or something. Okay. So there's only 4 screw holes. I don't like that. I'm going to drill and tap a couple more. I'm going to put the glass on the inside. Yeah, I'm definitely going to drill and tap a couple more holes. I'm going to make some in the top. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll make you guys suffer through it. I'll be meticulous on my own time. Okay. Yeah, there's only 4 screws. That's kind of cheesy, honestly. I don't know why there's so few. Well, I mean, at least it's going to make a seal now. Going to make a seal all the way. Alright, and then the same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to take the saran wrap off the top, and then I think I'm going to, so this is the ceramic glass on the heated build plate, and then I got a carbon fiber and a PEI plate. So I'm probably going to stick the carbon fiber to one side or the other of the PEI plate. I don't think I'm going to put anything on the glass, so I can use that by itself when and if I choose to. Alright, now I'm going to... Oh, by the way, as far as the filament drying, I printed out this thing that's like, it goes right up the middle of three entire full spools of filament, and it fits in the middle of them. So when you put it in the vacuum chamber, I don't know if you guys can see the vacuum chamber over here. Right there. So, and I have like a real vacuum pump, not these cheap little $50 things that they sell with it from air conditioning. So it's a Yellow Jacket Bullet. It's called. It's a good 2-stage vacuum pump. It pumps that thing down like farther than it even measures. It goes to 30, I think 30 bar, which is like I think that's 3 psi or something like 1 psi, something like that. Or no, I'm sorry, 30 psi is 3 bar. That's what it is. So it says 30 on there, so it's got to be 30 bar. 30 bar and 30 psi and 1 bar. Excuse me. So. Sorry about the noise. I'm trying to get the microphone right. So that has been working very well, and I know that because the desiccant is turning color. So it's definitely taking out moisture for sure. And son of a bitch. Hey guys, sorry about that. I had the tenant that called when I was unboxing this. Came to sign his lease. But so I did the bed leveling, and I took the flash drive and I uploaded a print and I put it in, and the weirdest thing happened. It actually printed it. I feel like that's astonishing after the whole Intamsys fiasco. That thing wouldn't print even in PLA, and that's all I started. This is PLA tough, bamboo PLA tough, but it's PLA. I'm gonna try PC next tomorrow. This is just a small birdcage, template that comes with it. But I put the carbon fiber plate in there, and it's actually printing pretty well. I'll show you. I did one already, but it was just it extruded a little bit late because I had just loaded the filament. So this is the second time, but it was actually doing pretty well for having not been in the right spot when it started. But you can see right there. And I'll tell you one thing for sure. This machine feels, it sounds, it feels like an industrial machine. You know, like this is a real industrial printer. That the other printer, it's heavy and it gets really hot, but it didn't have that. I don't even know how to say it through a video because it's kind of hard to describe it that way. It just the sound of it, the mass of it, just the way that this machine is and the way that machine was is just not in the same league. And I'm surprised because this was less expensive. So it's money better spent. You know, your money's better spent on something like this. the 22 IDEX, I don't know, the guys at Vision Miners seem to really know what they're doing. You know, if I ever get to the point where I want to buy a printer of that level, I would probably go with that. But sorry, I did it again. Alternatively, I would go with the peak model of this. They have a bigger model that's not they have a 600, an F600, but then they have the peak model that's really, it's fully enclosed and insulated, which this is going to be insulated too. And it turns out they give you the temperatures at 420 for the nozzle. I want to say 140 for the bed, and then 70 for the chamber. But it actually said on the firmware, you can go up to 500 on the nozzle, you can go up to 200 on the bed, and you can go up to 150 in the chamber. So the fact that I have additional heat source coming in, as well as the insulation I'm going to put in there, I'm sure I'll get those temperatures or closer to those temperatures. I probably won't aim for those, but I'll probably aim for, you know, like I might aim for 150 on the bed and 100 in the chamber, and I'll probably get there with the insulation. And now I may do the double pane glass, knowing that I may print these panels out of PC. And I guess that front one I would have to do on this printer. I don't think that would even fit on the build plate for this printer. And that's the next biggest one. No, it definitely won't. I don't even know if it'll fit on that one, but maybe I'll cut that one by hand or in the CNC. But that's stuff for a later date. But it's printing really well right now. And that's with the original nozzle that came on it. I didn't even put a Diamondback on it like I did with the other one yet. But these nozzles are short, so with the length of the nozzle, I'm probably gonna have to put them in a lathe and shave them down, so they'll be sacrificial to this printer after that. But anyways, it's doing great. So I'll make one more short clip and update you tomorrow after I see this print finish, and I'll do one in PC, and maybe I'll do one in nylon or something, and show you guys how they come out, and let you have a look for yourself. But I'm sure I'll do more videos on this printer as I start modifying it. Because this one, I mean, this is what I was expecting with the other printer. I mean, I spent $6 grand. I expected it to actually print when I got it, instead of making a mess and just causing me days of living in a nightmare trying to get it to work. But this is, you know, I mean, I just did a lease. It's only been here for 4 hours, and I'm already content with the performance, to the point where I can go home and not like obsess about it and be here all night. So I'm definitely happy about that. So that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna let that print finish, and I'm going home. I will put another clip in here tomorrow to show you the rest of that, and then I'm gonna get back to my bullet splitting video. Okay, so you guys enjoy. Hopefully I gave somebody some good advice. Hopefully, if anybody was thinking about a high temperature printer. I mean, I didn't intend on having to get two because they're not small, they're not light, they're not easy to set up, and obviously when they don't print, they're very much not easy to set up, and they're very frustrating and time consuming, but when they work, then, you know, it's not so bad. You know, they're still heavy and kind of difficult to set up, but once you get it set up and you have a place for it, and you get it there, and you print with it, and it works, well, I guess for me it's a little different after having gone through that and then getting one that works. It's a lot more alleviating. But that should have happened in the first place, but it didn't work out that way. Hopefully my experience will have that happen for one of you guys. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.